Right? Look at this mess. Look at it. Look at it. Look. So I got up today and I said, Lenny, I'm no longer going to hate myself. I'm no longer going to have, grapefruit juice and vodka because it's fun in that minute. It's like, I must really hate myself. I want to drink this shit. So then, because we're talking back to back hot flashes, insomnia all night. I mean, just from what, I mean, even just a few carbs. I'm talking like eat, eat right, and then drink this too. None. Anyway, so I'm like, and then I see this video go by called Intermittent Carnivore. Here's how I do it. And I'm like, I'm making that same video right now. Intermittent Carnivore, here's how you do it. You just, you stick to it until you're like, oh, I think I'll have a drink. And then you break carnivore and you have a drink and then and it's okay for a few days, even a couple of weeks. Then suddenly the hot flashes amp up to where you're just like, it's like torture. It's like if they don't come randomly, although they do, they also come for sure the moment you're about to drift off to sleep. And you're like so exhausted, you're like, I'm going to die if I don't fall asleep. And as soon as you go to fall asleep, your temperature goes to 1 billion degrees, and you just think flames are just going to come up out from underneath the covers. Repeatedly, until you think, I'm being tortured by the devil. I mean, it's essentially, and then you're like, I am the devil because I'm doing it to my own self. And then you get up the next day, like, all right, I'm gonna be strong. I'm not gonna do this anymore. I'm gonna go back to sleeping. I want to go back to having 3 or 4 hot flashes a day instead of 48, and the temperature being way low on them instead of super high, and all this, And then I'm thinking, and then the mind starts to drift to, oh, I got to go to Florida and be with my daughter. Not that she's going to be pushy or anything, but there's people everywhere that insist that you eat this food. And what's the matter with you? What's the matter? Can you just shut the fuck up, please? If I have to just hold my hand up and walk out of a room every time somebody starts to talk to me about why are you just eating meat, do I really have to go through this? I'm tired of having hot flashes all night, being insane, having insomnia, having one side of my face start to droop down. I mean, would you please just leave people alone that do not want to eat plants or drink the juice thereof? Okay? Leave them alone and go have your blood sugar tested. All right? Because we don't need the pressure. We already are addicted so severely, we're barely able to keep our hands off of it, and they're just like, you need this. You need to fuck away from me. You need to fuck away from me. That's what you need to do. So I'm panicking because I'm going away for a week. I'm thinking I'm going down there for a week. And I want to sleep while I'm there. I never sleep when I go away. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I've never been carnivore when I went away. So let's see if I can. I got like 3 days to get my shit together, which is not long enough. I was trying to start 3 weeks ago, and I couldn't do it. I think my self-hatred was just so deep, I couldn't do it. So now I decided I'm going to love myself. Love is a decision. It's a decision. I'm going to decide to stop hating my own body so much and stop treating it like a garbage can, like Sean Baker's. I stopped treating it like a garbage can. I know, Sean, but the thing with the light and the glasses is true. I mean, he's just like, oh, it's so ridiculous. No, it isn't, Sean. It's not ridiculous that some people are really highly affected by artificial light. Anyway, I don't want to bitch and moan at Sean. I think Sean's a fabulous example of sticking to something that's hard. He's not eating carbs because he hates them. He has said plenty of times he cannot regulate them at all. So he went off of them altogether and has never felt better. I'm sure that he'd look occasionally if he allows the thought to set in the mind. It's like, yeah, I'd really like to eat that. He doesn't allow the thought to set in his mind. I was able to go like 3 months, but I had the crippling little handicap cup of coffee every day with the cream and the sugar once a day, and I was only strict 100% carnivore for 2 weeks, and that was without coffee or anything, and that was the most sane 2 weeks of my entire life. And I felt so good after that 2 weeks, I went and had a cup of coffee. I blew the whole thing. And then I proceeded to continue on for about 100 days, which I did very well, even with a cup of coffee, but still not good enough. Because by the end of that 3 months, I would wake up in the middle of the night and like jonesing like a drug addict for the coffee. Like I couldn't wait until the sun frickin' broached the edge of the horizon so I could have coffee. It was that bad. Well, now I'm not drinking coffee, but I switched to the vodka lemonade or grapefruit juice deal and whatever. But I mean, after a while, I'm like, let me have some of this. but it didn't have dairy. And I stopped dairy completely like a month ago. 100% off of dairy. But I still ate a bulk of stupid shit. Like I had some rice, or I had, some chips with the fucking oils, avocado with it. An avocado is really not that bad. But I'm just saying, so, I'm back. I'm like 12 hours carnivore because I just can't do it. People are like, that's not why you're up. That's not what your problem is, Karen. That's not why you're up all night. The fuck it isn't. Okay? Yes, it is. Look at all the insane people and fat people and people with insomnia and mental disturbances and going to therapists and doing all that. Do you think they're carnivore? They're not. Okay? They're not. And if people would try, as much as they don't want to hear it, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want this to be the truth. I'm glad that I know it's the truth, but I wish it was something else. I wish the proper diet for people was freaking cake and pizza, like chocolate bars. That would suit me just fine, but it's not the truth. The truth will set you free. It didn't say it'll make you freaking giddy or anything. It can make you giddy if you stay with the truth. Once I get on, I was in ketosis a couple weeks ago. I was in straight ketosis. I mean, I put my little thing up. I'm like, look at my urine stick. I'm in ketosis. Yeah, then I had a drink. It blows it right out of the water immediately. But I found I can get into ketosis within less than 48 hours. I just jump. You just jump, like you just do the long jump, and you're there. You're there. I'm still dealing with little shards of God only knows what oxalates passing through my urinary tract, and it feels like little miniature razor blades. It's so fun. Anyway, let's stop this, Karen. I think it's from stopping the dairy. I think my body finally said, all right, we're going to start shedding this shit. And I'm like, anyway, I'm going to get through it. And I'm going to Florida. Yeah. Anyway, let's sleep in Florida. Let's see.